Hey everyone, welcome back to Smith Bricks, where we build memories for a lifetime. Today we're doing things a little differently. We're going to go ahead and talk through most of this build, and trust me, this one's worth it. This is the brand new Lego Disney Pixar WALL-E and Eve set number 43279. It's fresh out in September of 2005, but I found this on the shelves in Maya roughly a week and a half ago. So we're going to enjoy this 800 pieces of Pixar nostalgia with one another. In opening up the manual, I really love that Lego went full Pixar art mode with these instructions. When you take a look at these first couple of pages here, you get a really beautiful preview shot of the characters before you even touch any bricks. Now, to start everything off, you're going to begin by building WALL-E's compact trash cube. Doesn't sound like a lot, but let me tell you, the designers put a lot of detail into this little thing. It's just a little small cube, but it was really cute to put together. They even have pop can tops that they included, just to throw it in there to give the thing a little more detail to make it look cooler. It's an Easter egg reference to the actual movie itself, because you can remember when he was smashing things down, there were plenty of pop cans all in there. It just makes it really reminiscent of like what happened during the movie. Like there's so many cute little things they've included in this set overall that it makes it very memorable for us as adults, or even the children that can remember some of the more finer details of what happened during the show. And really, piece by piece, this little cube was oddly satisfying to place together. It really made me think about, we should have had maybe five or six or maybe even 10 of these, in the set. I think it would have really added to the scenery, and then also the playability of the set as well. But, hey, that's just one want of mine. Now, moving on to WALL-E's body, this is the heart of this little trash compactor. Compared to the older 2015 ideas WALL-E set, this version feels sturdier and tighter, way more display ready than the older one. The building techniques here are very brick dense. It's a lot of snot or studs, not on top construction that's used to make them look smooth and screen accurate as well. Now, here's a really awesome part about owning this set. Everything on here came printed as far as the pieces are concerned. There are no stickers with this Lego set. And considering the fact that, it's also a Disney product and the price is set where it's at, and all of these were printed pieces, it really tells me that, you can have a cost effective product and it still come with no stickers and everything be printed and be as high quality as we can possibly receive it. Kudos to Lego and Disney for this one. You guys knocked the ball out of the park in regard to designing this. Here are also three more of the printed pieces that came with this set. There's also an awesome hand model in this scene as well. Like, man, somebody needs to reach out to this guy. He could showcase anything with those hands. Now, and getting to this part of the speed build, I want to bring attention to the fact that this really small set in comparison to the older one has a lot of detail crammed into it. And it was designed really, really well when it comes to like the functions of the arm itself and the head and also the door and how it opens or whatnot. But I'll get into explaining some of those details here in just a second here when we take a look at the completed body. Now, with this portion of the body being finished, the details on this cube are brilliant. You can even open up the hatch and then boom, the trash cube slides right on in. That's really a level of playability that the 2015 version wish it had. And the side views show off how the arms are attached. They're engineered with hinge joints that give WALL-E a huge range of motion. I'm not familiar with these joints, but they work really well. This little guy can hug, he can wave, he can point at the stars, just like in the movie. So I think it's really cool that it comes with all these built-in features like this. Now, what we're seeing here is the beginning portions of building the tread. Now, the internal mechanics, as far as Lego, they got a full wheel system under the rubberized tread that actually lets WALL-E roll around. I think this was very intricate and well made, as far as being the system that will be set up to hold the tracks that'll let him actually move around and this thing rolls him around instead of it, looking like fake tracks and they're just staying stationary and in place. They actually move. So that's a really cool play feature that was built into this. Even like some of the fans online, when I was kind of taking a look at this, a lot of people were saying that this was like one of the more mindful parts of the build. As you continue to click each section together and then you put it, on the actual wheel system. I mean, you can roll this thing all around and it kind of brings WALL-E, to life when you have both of the treads on there, because he's not just stationary while you're pushing and moving him around. You can actually see the tread itself moving, so it really brings all of WALL-E to life. Okay, everybody. Well, here he is, our brand new, newly designed 2025 WALL-E, who has a lot less pieces and a whole lot more character in my opinion. I mean, taking a look at this thing, my first impressions, it's adorable. I'm not afraid to say the word. Like, this little cute thing is actually cute. It's a plastic brick box with a whole lot of personality, to be honest with you. I mean, looking at it, playing with it, articulating the head and the arms and rolling it around and everything, playing with the little trash cube. This was an awesome set. They did a great job. So I'm going to do the deep dive a little bit later, but for now we're just going to admire this little guy because I think he's great. Great job, Disney and Lego. All right. Now moving on. Next up is Mo himself, the cleanup king. So if you remember him from the movie, you will know that he did not like WALL-E at all because WALL-E caused him some issues in regard to keeping the place clean. So they Lego gave him a little spinning brush attachment, which is really peak Pixar Lego cuteness detail. And it's really hilarious to me that this thing's whole purpose is cleaning up. And as an adult, if you're thinking about Lego, you're not thinking about anything being clean. You're thinking about bricks and stuff being all over the place and you step all over them. So I thought that was really cute. Okay, so we're going to pause really quickly here. This piece right here is the MVP of the Eve build portion. It's a rounded slope element that helps shape Eve's body, and it works out beautifully. It even acts as a cover for the plant and boot slot. Talk about design efficiency. This is one of those new modes that reminds you that Lego is always innovating. And if you've never seen this piece before, you're not alone. We're going to pause for just one more second here. This is Eve's facial expression. This tile is clean, is sharp, and it captures her curious personality perfectly. I love this piece. All right, let's get back to the build. All right, everybody, here we go. You got the full Pixar crew here on display. You've got Eve to the left, you've got Mo, and then you've got WALL-E and his friend Hal. Now, honestly, the cockroach, Lego did not have to include Hal, but the fact that they did, it's a chef's kiss. All the way down to the smallest of details. And when we get into the build of him as well, it's actually really cute and way better than the last one. Let's jump in. So it's time for the full WALL-E review. Basically taking a look at this thing in comparison to the 2015 version. I like it a lot better than the last one. Their articulation and behind it, the cuteness of it, it's just it's second to none in regard to the older version and also the brickhead version that came out. The head, it moves on multiple joints, so you can tilt and pose him, to show emotion. I mean, and it's just like in the film. The tracks roll really smoothly, like I said beforehand. The arms articulate in different multiple directions. The garbage cube fits right inside. I mean, it's pure playability. And compared to old WALL-E set, this one is just way more polished, just overall on everything from the printed pieces, to the overall eyes and how it looks, the functionality of it, finger articulation, the whole bit. The proportions are better, the joints are stronger, the printed details, they beat the stickers on any day. And even the back even looks a little bit better, so I've got to give this thing an all around, thumbs up overall. They knocked WALL-E out of the park. And now with me playing with the arms here, as you can see, and the arms also have printed tiles on them as well. You can see the little construction print there. This is a lot more sturdy with that hydraulic, I guess it's a hydraulic pump arm that's being used to move this up and down and around or whatnot. So this was a much better build than the last time, and it's a lot more sturdy, and kids can actually play with the thing without breaking it into pieces as well. And that within itself is a feat. Playing with the headpiece here, I mean, just take a look at all the different expressions that you can make with this thing. It's so cool. And Lego doesn't have to submit alternate instructions later to fix it because they did it right the first time this go around with the neck and the head articulation. Take a look here at WALL-E. I want to open this up here because I thought another cool thing was that the boot actually fits on the inside as well. So in addition to them having the cube, they designed it for the boot, and it has just enough space to fit right up in there. I'm telling you, this set, they thought of almost everything. Now, upon this set's completion, I was invaded by a little terror. He came and he took away the set that I guess he thought was the most fun to play with, because I asked him what did he want to play with, and he said WALL-E. So he grabbed it and he went to go play away. So while he has WALL-E, let's go ahead and let's take a look at Eve. Now, Eve, she is very sleek. She's glossy. She basically looks like the Apple product of Lego builds, to be honest with you. And that rounding shape to her body, that's that incredible use of that curved slope that I brought up. Now, taking a look at her arms and then also being able to move her head and articulate it in so many different forms, that is a great use of some ball joint pieces that are used for those particular limbs. You can even put the arms and tuck them away in there so that this thing looks like how Eve did when she was like in power down mode. Now, the sleek part that we brought up earlier, taking that off reveals where the boot actually can be stored. And when you take a look at it, it's made perfectly to fit the boot in there. I mean, it looks like a secret compartment, honestly. And when we zoom in on it, you can see also this is where the other printed tile was with this piece. And printing the eco-friendly sign, I guess, or the sign that, let Eve know that, hey, there's organic material now so the humans can come back to Earth. I thought that was a really nice print and a really good touch too. Now, I know I didn't showcase it, but the boot, even though it's small and it's probably like, I don't know, maybe 10 pieces, that was a pretty fun build as well. Because I never knew that it was actually going to fit on the inside of Eve and then on the inside of WALL-E as well. So kudos to Lego in regard to that one. Now take a look at our little guy Hal, man. Hal the cockroach. Like I said before, Lego could have skipped him, but they didn't. And I'm glad they didn't, because now WALL-E isn't lonely on my shelf. It's a simple build, but it's instantly recognizable. And when you put it on WALL-E like this, it's really, really cute and attractive. So this was a very, very nice touch to the overall set. Great job on this very small but touchful build. Now back to MO, our little cleaning brush homie. The brush actually spins too. So Lego gave him articulation in his little arms so you can move it up and down. And the design captures him in his determined cleaning mission personality perfectly, especially when you pair up the fact that They've got those little beady, angry eyes that he used to look at WALL-E the entire movie when WALL-E would mess something up. Who knew a side character could steal so much attention in Lego form? So great job, guys. So look, that's the full crew. WALL-E, Eve, Mo, and Hal. Together, they tell a whole Pixar story right on your shelf. This was a joy to build, thoughtful techniques, fun new pieces, loads of character packed into every brick. So if you enjoyed this build, please make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to Smith Bricks, and drop a comment below. Which movie do you want to see Lego tackle next? And in addition to that, hey, because at the end of the day, Lego just isn't all about bricks. It's about building memories. So these two, they've built plenty. Have a great one.